Good morning, everyone. I have my to-go cup. And that's because my husband and I were heading out to Home Depot because there's a few things that we need. Actually, that's probably not the right word. Need and want. It's amazing how those two can go hand in hand sometimes. But anyways, if all goes well, yeah, I'll show you what we're getting. Otherwise, I'll just have to tell you about it. Anyways, I hope you want to stick around for a little bit of our day. And yeah, it's our day because, hey, work's not working, right? Talk to you in just a little while. Hello again, everyone. We are back, and we ended up going and getting dog food and got the fermented goat's milk for my girls. And then we stopped over at Home Depot because my husband had told me a couple days ago that he wanted to get some stakes to put down the driveway so that if it snows or in the dark, as people come in, they're gonna know what is the driveway and what it is. Am I making any sense at all? The newer yard that we've just put all that nice fresh dirt and everything on. And so, yeah, that got me thinking. Thanks to Jesse James at Jesse James Homestead, who's been running around his whole entire property putting up Christmas lights, and it's lovely. But I started thinking, well, if he's going to put stakes going up the driveway, yeah, why not get some Christmas lights and just put them on from stake to stake to stake and make it look really pretty and all nice and festive. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, I'll show you what that looks like when we are done. Well, there it is. You can't really see the lights because it's, still daylight. But Rick is putting in the last stake, and we're hoping that not only does it look cute, but that it will keep people from driving while we're trying to grow grass. The mailman even drove through it. Craziness. Anyways, hopefully I can get a picture of this when it's dark. And I will talk to all of you in just a little while. For today's devotion, we will be reading in Acts 17, verses 24 and 25. The God who made the world and all things in it, since he is Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in temples made with hands, nor is he served by human hands as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all people life and breath and all things. Here in the book of Acts, Paul is in Greece, waiting for Silas and Timothy to accompany him. While waiting, he was in the synagogues and the marketplace, reasoning with the people, relating to them the truth that is Christ, Lord of all. Where he then points to an altar with an inscription to an unknown God. And he then begins to address the men with our verses that I read today. That he is the God who made the whole world and everything in it. That Jesus is the Lord of the land and the sky. He doesn't live in temples built by human hands. He is the one who gives people life and breath and everything else that they need. He doesn't need any help from us. He has everything that he needs. So let's fast forward back to the present in our own lives with an honest look at our actions from day to day. Do we really believe this? And do we believe that he is Lord of all, including us? Do we pray to the Lord seeking his will for our lives? Or maybe we tend to see him more as a kindly parent who always consents to our desires and would never contradict us. Perhaps a ruler or a king is a difficult concept for us to follow, especially for us in the U.S., as we tend to think of our leaders as owing us something or being there to serve us. The idea of someone who is to be followed simply because he has the position and authority is lost on most Americans, since our minds are geared to more of a democracy. But for those who have placed their faith in Jesus Christ for salvation, we have become his servants and acknowledge him as king. Therefore, we should follow and serve him as king, not because he needs anything from us. Now, as I was preparing this devotion, I found the following story that I'd like to read to you. And no one knows the author, but it holds a great truth for us all. A group of alumni, highly established in their respective careers, got together for a visit from their old university professor. The conversation soon turned to complaints about the endless stress of work and life in general. Offering his guests coffee, the professor went into the kitchen and soon returned with a large pot of coffee and an eclectic assortment of cups. Some were porcelain, some were plastic, there was glass and crystal, some were plain, some expensive, and some were quite exquisite. Quietly, he told them to help themselves to some fresh coffee. When each of his former students had a cup of coffee in their hand, the old professor quietly cleared his throat and began to patiently address the small gathering. You may have noticed that all of the nicer looking cups were taken up first, leaving behind the plainer, cheaper ones. While it is only natural for you to want the best for yourselves, it is actually the source of much of your stress-related problems. He continued, be assured that the cup itself adds no quality to the coffee. In fact, the cup merely disguises or dresses up what we drink. What each of you really want was coffee, not the cup. Yet you instinctively went for the best one. Then you began eyeing each other's cups. Now consider this. Life is the coffee, and jobs, money, and position in society are merely the cups. They are just tools to shape and contain life. The type of cup we have does not truly define or change the quality of the life we live. Often, by concentrating only on the cup, we fail to enjoy the coffee that God has provided for us. You see, God brews the coffee, but he does not supply the cups. Those choices are up to us. So enjoy your coffee. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And we need to proclaim that God, you are my God, that we exist for him. We are his servant. And to let us live out each and every day by his power, and to put our confidence in him and let his will be done in each one of our lives. God bless, and I will talk to you on Monday.